What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to this Anfield Agenda Transfer Deadline Day special. I'm going to be here right with you guys until 11 p.m. tonight, until the transfer window officially shuts. There are obviously a few incomings that you guys would have heard about. There's a few rumours floating around about Minamino as well. We'll try and get to the bottom of all that. But most importantly, we'll try and have a little bit of fun over the next, 90 minutes or so. As always, I appreciate you guys taking the time to join me. My God, folks, I've had a busy day today. I've been on the Spurs channel. I've been over in Claude and the Bance's channel. I was recording the preview. I was chatting with Leon from Boyle Sports. I was doing... What else was I doing? I was doing the announcement show earlier on about Kabak and Ben Davies. Whoo! Haven't had a chance to breathe. But you know what? I love it. I love this stuff. How are we, everybody? I hope that you're all well. What else have we got in the chat? Mbappe, hey Craig, you the goat. Thank you, Chicken Boy. Even love your name, Chicken Boy. I mean, it's making me hungry, but I love it. What have we got? Let's go, let's go. For those wondering, is Minamino leaving? Hand on heart, folks, I don't know. I'm waiting for messages back. I'm like you guys. This is the type of scenario where we help each other out. You guys give me the bits of information you get. I'll give you the information that I have. We'll lose a little bit of Sky Sports News and any other journals that we can help us out as well. I've got lots of stuff open on my phone here. Kieran, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Really appreciate that. Am I going on the Happy Hour podcast? No, mate, no. Jack Mate's coming on to our channel. I wish I was going on to the Happy Hour podcast, but no, I'm going to be recording with Jack Mate tomorrow. What else have we got? My dad's friend's son is friends with Davies, not joking either. Good. All the reports that I've heard about Ben Davies, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, are glowing. Absolutely glowing. Now, couple of things. Celtic thought that they were going to get Ben Davies on a contract agreement because his contract with Preston was up at the end of the season, so he was free to talk to any clubs outside of England. Liverpool swooped in at the last minute, and I think even another championship club offered more money, but Ben Davies had his eyes set on a move to Liverpool. He's signed. We showed you the pictures earlier on. If you haven't seen them, let me get them up for you right here now if you haven't already seen them, which I'm sure that you have. Here are the pictures of Ben Davies in a Liverpool shirt. There you go. Our number 28. He looks absolutely delighted to be at the club. I mean, if that doesn't make you smile, I don't know what will. I love these type of stories where players get dream moves that come out of absolutely nowhere. And there he is in the number 28 shirt. So welcome to Liverpool Football Club, Ben Davies. And look, the papers for Ozan Kabak has been signed. Don't worry about that. The transfer deal will be completed. You'll get the formal announcement and all of that stuff as well. Mustafi is going in the opposite direction to Schalke to help them out with their centre-back situation. The deal for Ozan Kabak will be a loan fee of somewhere, it depends on who you believe on this one, between 1.5 million and 2.5 million euro, and then we will have an option to buy, not an obligation, an option to buy at the end of the season for around the 20 million mark, I think. Loving seeing how proud Preston fans are of Davies, said Ramadan. Thank you for the super chat, man. Again, Preston fans, absolutely class bunch. As Ramadan has said, they're all so happy to see one of their lads heading off to join the Premier League champions, and I've seen nothing but well wishes and saying that he deserves the move. So to Preston fans, absolutely classy bunch of folks. And yeah, I echo exactly what Ramadan has said there. So it seems like Taki didn't sleep. I'm not reading that out. Makes sense now. Preston signed Sepp van den Berg as well on loan. It's important to remember that one. I think that there is potentially an option to buy in that deal, and that will give Sepp van den Berg some experience between now and the end of the season as well. It was always likely he was going to end up going out on loan. The Takumi Minamino stuff is the really interesting story here tonight, folks, and we will try and keep you up to date with what's going on there. I've got Connor on the case as well in the background, and I would be baffled. I mean, it would give him a chance to get Premier League minutes at a very good club playing in a very similar system, obviously with Ralph Hasenhüttl at Southampton, who likes to play a pressing style of football, much like Klopp does at Liverpool. So, you know, usually I brush these things off, but that would make sense if Klopp just wants to see how he'd get on in the Premier League and if he can cope with the rigours of it. Obviously, it would keep our relationship with Southampton a bit more cordial as well. Yeah, and David Ornstein, Southampton are working on a sensational 11th hour deal to sign Takumi Minamino on loan from Liverpool. Advanced but not done. Excitement at Saints about possibly getting a 26-year-old Japan international midfielder. Well, that will answer a few questions. Maybe Klopp was not willing to risk Takumi Minamino getting minutes because he had considered maybe loaning him out. But if Southampton do get Minamino on loan, they're going to get themselves, in my opinion, a very good player who will give them a good push, and we'll supply Danny Ings, I think, with a little bit of help as well. But yeah, he won't be leaving on a permanent basis, Minamino. It will be a loan deal, to be fair. And if it gets him a chance to get some Premier League minutes under his belt, we'll get to watch from afar and see how he gets on. And yeah, look, I keep reminding people, whatever happens with Takumi Minamino, it's important to remember it was only 7.25 million. It was, like, I say that like it's a small amount of money to normal people like us. That's a whole lot of money, but to let's just see what happens. I mean, there's still time. I've got loads of stuff open here in front of me. Let's get into the chat though and see how you guys are all feeling ahead of this one. Sorry, I'm just going to move my computer a bit closer to me. Origi should have scored against Burnley. Yeah, he should have, but look, let's not talk about Origi. Craig, you should do some FIFA at some point. I'm humming and hawing about it. A lot of people ask me to do FIFA streams. I'm not a gamer, but I do have the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and there's a Switch in the house as well, so maybe at some point. But I tell you what, I've a lot of content to get done. I'll be chatting with Graham Hunter hopefully on Thursday. Jackmate is going to be tomorrow. That's going to come out as a podcast and as a video. I'm recording the Anfield Agenda podcast with myself, Steve Bland and Jack Gill tomorrow as well, so that'll be coming out on Acast, Spotify, iTunes and wherever else you get your podcasts on Wednesday. Loads of stuff. I'm doing a watch along of United's game against Southampton tomorrow on Mundo Sporto. We're going to be putting out some daytime content for you guys as well. Looks like Jack Gill and Steve are going to be putting out videos about lunchtime, something like that, just to give a bit more content out from Anfield Agenda. Promise you this year, when we got the new computer and when we really got going, the content was going to ramp up and we're going to be true to our word on that one. Ian, I need to get the charity bet. If Ian's watching, I need to get the charity bet sorted with Ian ahead of the Brighton game. But look, yeah, it's just a mad 48 hours. We were talking 48 hours ago about it being criminal if we don't sign a centre-back, and now here we are 2 centre-backs later. It's brilliant, and fair play to everybody involved for getting these deals over the line. Craig, would you sell Matip to bring in Konate? Yes, I would sell, like, push aside the Konate aspect of this, but I would sell Joe Matip in the summer, not because I don't think he's a good enough centre-back, he clearly is, but we just can't rely on him. I think whatever it be with the amount of games maybe in the Premier League, with his body breaking down, he's just not somebody that we can rely on to come in and be a backup. Now, best case scenario here, Ozan Kabak comes in, he proves an astute piece of business, we trigger that release, or we trigger that option to buy in the summer, and then we're in a much better position. Then we'd have Billy Cometio coming through, we'd have Joe Gomez, we'd have Virgil van Dijk, we'd have Sepp Vandenberg, who'd be on loan at Preston, we'd have, who else would we have? Nat Phillips as well, will be in no rush to be pushed through, and Ben Davies. Like, it's just positives from here on out, ladies and gents. I'm genuinely, absolutely over the moon. I'm so happy with the fact that we've got a couple of centre-backs in. And, yeah, oh, look, here comes Harry Redknapp on the Sky Sports right now as we speak. Of course, he's got to come on there. Couldn't be a transfer deadline day without him. People saying Fabrizio just confirmed Minamino. Let me just jump on there to check that one as well. I mean, it looks like it's happening. If David Ornstein of The Athletic is saying it as well, I mean, you know, these are all very respectable journalists. The agreement between Southampton and Liverpool for Takumi Minamino is imminent, as per David Ornstein. Deal expected to be completed on loan. So again, nothing fully confirmed yet, but when you've got people like Fabrizio and you've got people like David Ornstein saying that the deal's close, you can be assured that there's truth to it. They're not people who are out there spreading false rumours. Any news on Jota? Again, I've always said this, the club play their cards very close to the chest when it comes time to tell people about... Sorry, I was just seeing something about Man City there and I just turned my head for a sec. When they keep their cards close to the chest with regards to injuries and stuff like that, I would say we'll have him back in time for the Leipzig games. But, you know, I'm sure next week or so you'll start to see some pictures of him starting to ramp up his training and his rehab. And the club want to make sure they get it right and they take their time. But I think this Minamino move also signals perhaps that the club are a little bit more confident that Naby Keita and the extra work that he's done trying to bulk up, we may be able to get more minutes from him as well. But most importantly in all this, folks, bringing in centre-backs will finally allow us to at least get Jordan Henderson back into midfield alongside Thiago, which I think will improve us dramatically. Again, in an ideal world, we'd have that dream midfield trio of Fabinho, Henderson and Thiago, but again, we'll wait and see. Maybe Fabinho will fill in at centre-back for the rest of the season, or at least until we get Gomez or Van Dijk back. Again, ladies and gentlemen, there's so much for us to get through. Anything that you want to put into the chat, please do so. If you want to become a member of Anfield Agenda FC, all you've got to do is either click the blue join button, have a look at the link in the description, and it's $4.99 a month. You get all the custom emojis, you get the Anfield Agenda logo beside your name, you get into our Discord group, which is for members only, and that means you'll be able to get into the likes of the charity bet if you want to pick that for Boyle, and a few other bits and pieces as well. All the gossip and all the rumours go into that transfer or into our Discord group as well. Most importantly though, you'll be helping out little old Anfield Agenda here as we march towards trying to go full time at this malarkey, and we're a bit away from it yet, but with your support I think we might get there, folks. I tell you what though, it's just nice to be sitting here in front of a computer that I know isn't going to shit the bed. Oh, the relief. You don't know what it feels like. Something as simple as just pressing start and knowing everything's going to work has just made my life so much easier. Again, I don't want to bring a downer onto the stream, but I really do want to draw your attention again to that young man who was in very, very dire need of a liver transplant. We spoke about it last night. I think there was a link in the description. If not, go over to the Anfield Agenda, to my Twitter account and you'll see it there. Chris Legit, I'm sure, will post a link in as well later on. This young man is 3 years of age. He is very, very close to passing, unfortunately, and he needs a life-saving liver transplant. The good news is that his father is a match and can donate. The bad news is the only hospital that's capable of doing the operation for this young man is in Chicago. The cost of the operation is $1.8 million. The hospital have been able to give the family a grant of $1 million, but as you can imagine, they are really, really desperately trying to raise that extra $800,000 to save this young man's life. So if you can help out in any way by sharing that link, by maybe sending a few quid, anything at all you can do to help. There's a Facebook page as well set up for the young man. Anything at all that you guys can do, even just spreading it. If each person shares that link, it might help in any way, shape. It might help a charity spot it. Anything that we can try and do to save this young man's life. I mean, a lot of you people out there like myself will be parents as well, and I cannot imagine to have to be in this situation with a 3-year-old boy or a 3-year-old girl, but it's a boy in this case. But my heart, my love, my best wishes go out to the family, and again, we'll keep pushing and trying our best to share that link as much as possible. Craig, can I have some encouragement? I have no money or food. Well, firstly, David, I'm sorry to hear of that situation, pal. I don't know how to encourage you, mate. I don't know where in the world you are. I don't know what your situation is with regards to maybe government help or anything like that. But I'm sorry to hear that you're in distress, pal, and I hope that things get better for you soon. The Minamino thing caught me off guard, said Ree, and it caught a lot of us off guard. It really did. Kabak will be announced at 10. It's done. Don't worry about Kabak. When I did that video earlier on, I did it in the knowledge, knowing that the paperwork was signed, knowing that that deal was done. I got it from a very good journalist who's very trustworthy. I wouldn't have made the video announcing it if it wasn't nailed on. So you'll see those pictures, and if and when they come through, Connor would email them straight to me and I'll bring them up on screen here for you guys to see as well. Yes, Kabak's a done deal. Absolutely, 100%. Did a video on it earlier on, welcoming to the club. It's absolutely going to happen. All those fake rumours about failed medicals and all this nonsense, it's happening. Don't worry about it. It's done and dusted. Yeah, it looks like Minamino is going to Southampton. Davies signed a long-term deal. Yes, we bought Ben Davies. It's not like it was a loan deal or anything. The interesting thing about the Davies deal is, as well as the fee that we paid for him, there's a 20% sell-on clause included in that for Preston if Liverpool were to move him on down the line, which I think is fair for everybody involved. Does it have to be confirmed today? Yes and no. A lot of these things can be done subject to a medical. You can also get an extension from the Premier League if you request it and show that you're on the way to getting the deal done. As always, all these things are never as straightforward as we like to think that they are. But look, we'll keep you up to date. I'm here till the window closes. I'm here till 11 p.m. tonight. So settle in, relax. We're here for the long run. Anybody who wants to lash anything into the chat or anything to talk about, feel free to put it in. Most exciting deadline day in years, said Jack's page. And yeah, we were expecting a quiet one, mate, weren't we? We all were expecting a really quiet one. What is this? I thought somebody said something there. Sorry, I'm trying to read comments here. You're the only thing that keeps me going. Your vids keep me going, said Sam. Thank you, man. Look, you guys keep me going as well. During this lockdown, it's been difficult for so many people around the world. A lot of people feeling feelings of loneliness and anxiety and frustration, stuff that they've never felt before. And, you know, I've made it a point to make sure that I stream as much as possible. I know other YouTubers have as well, just to try and make sure that people have that outlet, that chance to come in and speak to people, to interact with other human beings, and to feel that they are and always will be part of our community. So no need to ever thank me, folks. I give it right back to you guys, because you guys have helped me every bit as much, I promise you. What else we got? Why has Kabak not been announced? Chill, Brandon. Chill. If you doubt me, mate, that's fair enough. If you don't believe what I'm saying, that is absolutely your option. But you'll see the stuff announced soon, mate. Don't worry about it. These things take time, particularly when you're talking about international transfers like that as well. And again, it's important to point out as well that the reason the Kabak deal has been able to go through is because Schalke signed the person who none of us wanted at Liverpool, Mustafi, as his replacement, which was allowing that deal to happen for Liverpool. So look, chill, folks. You'll see the announcement soon. It'll happen. Don't worry about it. Philip, how are you, buddy? Always so kind with the super chats, mate. Thank you so much. Said, Craig, with these signings, what should our summer signing priorities be? I think we must sign a striker, Mbappe, and 2 midfielders, maybe a centre-back. Again, it's important to point out here that the Kabac deal isn't a permanent one yet. We do have the option, and this is why I think it was a masterstroke by Michael Edwards and by Jurgen Klopp and all the recruitment team. It means that, yeah, we pay a loan fee, a very reasonable loan fee till the end of the season. But if Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp like what they see, if he impresses, we also know the cost of making that deal permanent. So it's a win-win as far as I'm concerned. Now, in the summer, if we do make the deal permanent, if we were to move Joel Matip on, then you do have a conversation. Let's see how Ben Davies gets on as well. He could well and truly prove to be an excellent addition to the centre-back ranks at the club, and he is a permanent deal. So, you know, there's loads to get through on this one, folks. We brought in, or are bringing in, that young goalkeeper from Northern Ireland as well. Let me just get the information up here on that one for you guys. Liverpool have signed 19-year-old Northern Ireland goalkeeper Liam Hughes from Celtic. The teenager will be part of the academy squad, where he'll be joining the goalkeeping training group. The Reds made the move to bolster their ranks after Ben Winterbottom last week switched to Brentford on a 2.5-year deal. So there you go. A new goalkeeper in as well. I'm more excited about Davies, to be honest, at Irish Gar. I'm just happy, mate, that the manager has been supported by the owners. The manager laid out that he wanted a centre-back and that they've gone and supported him. That's all I've ever asked, and that's all I think we've expected. Kloppo's not this type of manager that goes out there and wants to sign 20 players a summer at 100 million a pop. He's a player who wants value, and he's somebody who only brings in people who he believes can add to the group. And when I heard him saying he wanted a centre back, the really hurtful thing was that it looked like he wasn't going to be backed. But again, I tip my hat to the owners, to Michael Edwards, to all the recruitment team as well for getting this one over the line. Peter Kavanagh, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, buddy. Thank you for becoming a member. Make sure to use those custom emojis, buddy. Let your first one be WFM, though. That feels like it should be the first one. And again, if you're looking for the Discord group, buddy, the link to our Discord group, check out the community tab of the Anfield Agenda YouTube channel. All members are able to see the link there. The Dugout, how are you, Doug? Said, are you disappointed that Origi's still being at the club? Kabak is sensible, getting a loan with option to buy. Minamino will do well at Southampton. Am I disappointed? I'm kind of nonplussed about it, Doug. I mean, we've got Diogo Jota coming back, which is the important part, and that will bolster our attacking options. Looking even further ahead then, of course, we've got Harvey Elliott, who's doing well at Blackburn. He'll come back in. So, no, I'm not disappointed. Divock Origi's a Liverpool player, somebody who I don't think is up to the level. But no, I mean, how am I to second guess Jurgen Klopp? And the only thing I will say is that Sorry, I'm just looking at news again across the bottom of the screen. The only thing I will say is that his chances of making that Belgium Euro squad, I'd say, will be very much reduced now, because I can imagine he's going to get even less playing time with Jota coming back as well. Do you think Klopp should have let some players go out on loan? Potentially. We have put a few out on loan. As I said, we've just sent Sepp van den Berg to Preston. But for people who are asking why Origi on loan and not Taki, I think the reason for that lies in that there's still a future, or a potential future, for Takumi Minamino. This seems to me Klopp loaning a player to a club that he respects, to a manager in Ralph Hasenhüttl that he respects, that play a similar style of football to us, a very aggressive pressing game, and it will give him a chance to see what Takumi Minamino can do in the Premier League. If it works out, we bring him back and we've got a good player ready for next season. Klopp is probably just feels he's in a position now where he can't roll the dice and give Takumi Minamino minutes because of the position we're in. Fighting to regain this Premier League title. Still in a race for the top four. Champions League coming up as well. And an interesting point on Ozan Kabak is that we don't need to worry about the homegrown quota or anything because he's under the age of 21. So he falls in as a youth player, believe it or not, which is great. I was shocked to hear he was only 20 years of age. I think he turns 21 in a month or two. But again, we spoke about, maybe I said Ben White to you guys a while ago when I said that Liverpool were a little bit worried about Ben White's aerial duels, or at least that's what the scouting report showed. He's actually the same height as Ozan Kabak at 6'1", but Kabak's aerial duels are supposed to be far superior, and his nickname is the Turkish Wall. So the only problem I had with Kabak at the time was, one, I didn't know too much about the guy, and two, we'd all heard about that spitting incident which caused him to get a lengthy ban, and we wondered if that would, maybe if he was the type of character that could potentially come in and destabilise the dressing room. There again lies the brilliance of the way we've done this deal. It gives Klopp a chance to get to know him as a person, see how he fits in at the club, and of course see how he takes to life in the Premier League. What have we got? Glad we didn't go in all in for Ben White, said Red Bran. We were never going in for him in this window, mate. Brighton were not going to sell. Brighton have to make sure that they stay in the Premier League, so they were never going to sell. And with Lamptey out for a while as well, there's no way they were going to weaken their defence anymore. SFG have actually signed somebody. I have a tear in my eye, said Ewan Davies. And again, look, and it still leaves us the option of this big summer that we've all heard about, or big moves being made in the summer. It'll be interesting to see what the situation is with Kylian Mbappe, of course. It doesn't look like at this moment in time he's going to sign a contract extension at Paris Saint-Germain. So then the question is, who can afford him? Will Zidane still be at Real Madrid at the end of the season? Will they have the money to buy him? So again, we're probably going to be in that conversation, albeit how realistic that conversation is, I don't know, but it's great to be in the conversations. Loads of people coming in saying Kabac done. Yes, it is done. It will be announced imminently. I made a video earlier on welcoming him to the club along with Ben Davies. Trust me, if you don't believe a lot of the stuff that comes out of my mouth, don't worry about this one. It's done. Is Taki loan for 6 months? It'll be till the end of the season. So usually these loans go through till the 1st of June or sometimes the 30th of June, depending on, what way the season plays out. There is a lot of talk, again, for people coming in. Yes, there is some truth in, a lot of truth in this loan move for Takumi Minamino to Southampton. David Ornstein, Fabrizio Romano, all the reliable journalists have been speaking about this one. It was an 11th hour, a very late bid, and it would make some sense if Kloppo isn't going to play him, at least give him a chance to prove himself in the league elsewhere. Will Davies be able to play against Brighton? I don't know when there's a couple of things to answer that question. One, I don't know when the cut-off period is for giving your squad in for that game. And secondly, I don't know how comfortable Jurgen Klopp will feel about just dropping somebody who hasn't really had many training sessions or any yet with Liverpool straight into the starting 11 for that game. So I'm still expecting, and I've done my team prediction and score prediction video for that game. I'm still expecting it to be Hendo and Nat Phillips at the heart of the Liverpool defence, if I'm being honest, for the Brighton game. But, even after that, looking ahead to Manchester City, let's hope Fabinho's back for that one, because we definitely need as many of our top quality players as we can have. That's a huge game coming up on Sunday. Have I seen Southampton rejected? Have you seen Liverpool rejected Southampton's loan for Nico? I can understand why. We need backup at right back, and Nico Williams is Trent Alexander-Arnold's understudy at this moment in time. Do you think Kabak or Davies play against Brighton on the bench? I don't know what the registration... I mean, Kabak, I would say no. Davies, I don't know when the registration ends for being able to play in that game on Wednesday. That's one thing I don't know at this moment in time, to be honest. What's happening with Kabak? I feel like I've answered this 500 times. Kabak will be a Liverpool player on loan and then with an option to buy in the summer. That deal will be announced before the 11 p.m. deadline. Soon as we get the photos announced, I'll put them up on the screen here and show them to you as well. But trust me, I have it on good authority from somebody who I very much respect and wouldn't lead me down the wrong path. Kabak will be a Liverpool player. Don't worry about that. The real sticking point there first was that Schalke needed a replacement. They got Mustafi in, and Kabak will be a 1.5 to 2.5 million, depending on those figures. Different journalists have different figures for the loan fee, with an option, not an obligation, an option to buy for around the 20 million mark at the end of the season. I actually can't find out about the young guy from Derby, by the way. A lot of people asking me about that. No, I don't know if you can sign younger players in or outside of transfer windows like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm still waiting for confirmation on that Kate Gordon guy from Derby. 1 second. Sorry, folks, I'm just playing catch up here. I want to check out a couple of things. Yeah, so, okay, there's a few fake people. Okay, Kabac confirmed, Kabac announced. Official now, mate. There you go, as I said. So those pictures will be coming across to you very soon. Let me just get Crosby on. Connor will be getting those pictures across to me, and I'll pull them up on the screen for all of you guys. So, I told you, I made the video earlier on. I don't tell you guys lies. I do have some good contacts in this industry. I just don't talk about them a lot of the time, and I don't do the whole ITK thing. But I knew the deal was done. I knew the paperwork was signed. Maybe you guys will trust me a little bit further now on these things. Connor said he's just waiting for the pictures off him. Connor's going to email me over the pictures as soon as we get them. I'll pull them up on screen for you guys here as well. He'll be wearing the number 19 shirt at Liverpool, by the way. We can't confirm that one. Kabak, number 19, 1-9 for Liverpool. Probably be just in honour of the 19, in honour of the 19 league titles. That's probably what that is. I know Ozan Kabak is confirmed, for those saying. I told you guys Ozan Kabak was confirmed 2 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago. I did a stream. Go back and watch. It's confirmed. Ben Davies is confirmed. How will the newbies fit into our current squad? Well, hopefully easy. Again, Sky Sports have broken it as well. Liverpool signed Ozan Kabak on loan from Schalke. So there you go. What do I think the future holds for Phillips? Well, he was supposed to move in the summer, mate. There was talk of... Sorry, I'm just looking at pictures here of Davies. There was talk of both Swansea and Bristol. Neither of those moves materialised. I think they were also interested in perhaps bringing him back to Stuttgart, which is actually the city he was born in, believe it or not. But I think the future will see him move on, and rightly so, because he needs to play week in and week out. But look, Nat Phillips has done a good job for us recently when he's been called upon. Bradley Fricker, thank you for the super chat, mate, as I like to call them, the iMac fun chat. He said, "Evening, Craig. I have a real conspiracy that the likes of Sky run the transfer market, which is why all the things happen." No, it's not. Trust me. I'd go a bit further in that my belief is that Sky sources aren't as thorough as they like to think that they are. And I see a lot of stuff that happens to come out on Twitter before it's on Sky. But, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes at Sky, but I have my own little theories on these things. Phillips was born in Bolton, wasn't he? Well, No, as far as I'm aware, well, he lived at least in Stuttgart, but I thought he was born in Stuttgart as well. Maybe he was raised in Stuttgart, I don't know, but he definitely lived in Stuttgart when he was younger. Let's put it that way. When Van Dijk come back, what are we going to do with Ben Davies? Keep him. He's a Liverpool player. You know, the only one we've signed permanently is Davies. The Ozan Kabak deal we have an option for, but look, if I'm being blunt about this, I don't see Joel Matip lasting at Liverpool past the summer because we can't rely upon him. He's an absolutely wonderful footballer, no denying that whatsoever, and when he's available adds a lot to our team, but I've seen this season that we need robust central defenders. The Van Dijk injury was a freak incident. Joe Gomez does have a history of injuries, but again is still relatively young and, you know, worth keeping in my opinion because of his age bracket as well. But what this will do is it'll give us more strength and depth, and hey ho, you never even know. Sometimes we might go to a 3 at the back, which I've been intrigued about the possibility of Liverpool doing for some time, but to do that you need at least probably 6 centre backs to make sure you have enough to rotate. Brian King, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, buddy. Thank you so much, the newest member to the family. Lovely to have you with us. Somebody else said new sub here as well. Who was that? Tread, how are you? Welcome. Lovely to have you in, buddy. And look, ladies and gentlemen, we're 1,300 subscribers away from hitting 70,000. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please take a second to do so. Every single one of your subscriptions means the world to us because we never thought we'd get past 10k on this channel, let alone be heading towards 70 and maybe someday even 100k. So thank you again for all your support. Any news on Mane? No news, mate. Muscle strain is all we heard. I'm not expecting him to be available for the game tomorrow. Again, I don't think the club will take any risks. I think that they'd rather wait until he's right, and if that means it's the the City game, so be it. I think tomorrow we're going to probably see. My prediction is that we'll see Shaqiri or Origi take that spot. Jota back this month? Yes, absolutely. He will 100% be back this month. Jamie Rogers said, showed my dad your Barca reaction and he thoroughly enjoyed it. Honestly, mate, that was one of the highlights of my life. Not just my YouTube time of my life. Being able to share that moment with people and live through that experience was amazing. What else we got? Why is Minamino going on loan? I guess it's to give playing time to him and show Klopp what he can do in the Premier League. Again, I want to point out that the system that Southampton play, the style of press and the type of manager Ralph Hasenhüttl is, it's very similar to ours, so you can see why the move would make sense from that point of view. I've already talked about Kabac wearing the number 19, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think Reece Williams should have went out on loan since we're no longer in the FA Cup? I don't know, man. It's probably worth keeping him around and letting him gain experience again at underage level, train with these top pros week in and week out, and it allows Jurgen Klopp. I mean, the whole point of that move to Kirby was to keep everybody under the one facility. So if the manager feels like he wants to bring somebody from the 18s or 23s up to train with the first team, he can do that. Or if he wants to go down and keep an eye on these younger players, he can do that. It's the beauty of that new training facility. Your streams are class, said Shane Hernan. Thank you, man. Or is it Hernan? Yes, it is. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate that. I've had a lot of love from opposition fans recently, and it means the world to us. Connor saying there probably won't be photos tonight by the looks of it. Again, we'll wait and see. If anything does come with regards to photos, we will have them up for you folks as soon as possible. Connor is frantically searching around everywhere trying to find one. Kabac confirmed number 19. Yep, that's absolutely true as well. And again, just to let you guys know, I promised you earlier on this was a done deal. I don't tell you lies. All I've ever promised from day one on Anfield Agenda is that I'll come on here, I'll tell you guys the truth, and I'll be as open as I can. And I knew that deal was done. Hence the reason I made the video early and said that the deal was done. What do you think your centre-back options will be with next season? Hard to tell, mate. It's hard to tell because we'll need the summer transfer window to really gauge that. Where's Minamino coming? I think you mean going. Southampton, mate. Southampton on loan. Will Kabak need to quarantine? Again, I'm not a UK resident, so I don't know what the quarantine rules are. So I don't know is the honest answer there, mate. Kabak is one for the future to partner Gomez, said Addison. Again, yes, he is only 20 years of age, but I want to just reiterate, at this moment in time, Kabak is a loan with an option to buy at a fixed price, but not a commitment to buy. So Liverpool have again played a blinder in the way they've negotiated that deal. Okay, what else have we got? We won't sign Kabak. He'll be shipped back to Schalke in the summer. Again, let's wait and see. We were linked with him a while back. If you remember, I was saying to you guys at the same time, AC Milan were looking to bring him in. They couldn't afford him. I think at the end they got Tomori in on loan, if my memory serves correct. Gini's situation is ridiculous. He's so important to us. Takumi's never been given a chance. He's a good player. Look, Gini Wijnaldum will be a professional until the second he leaves this football club. He will give everything for Liverpool Football Club, and when he goes, he should go with a massive thank you from all of us, a pat on the back for a job well done, and wish him all the best with the rest of his career. When a player signs for your club, all you can ask them to do is honour the contract. Gini Wijnaldum has absolutely honoured his contract to a T, and none of us should or will have a bad word to say about the man. Who knows? It might have been a family decision. Maybe his wife and his family decided that it was time for one last move in their life. Maybe he's wanted to go through and say when he finishes his career that he's played for some cracking clubs, played for Liverpool, Newcastle obviously, and then Barcelona. You only get one career, and he's won the Premier League, he's won the Champions League, he's won the Club World Cup, he's won the Super Cup, he's won all of our hearts as well. And look, I'll never say a bad word about Gini. Love the guy to bits. Do I think Kabak will start against City? I would honestly be very surprised, because we know Jurgen Klopp likes to make sure players are fully up to speed, and I don't think that he'll take any chances whatsoever in such an important game like that against Manchester City. Now, that's not to say it absolutely won't happen, but I don't know what the quarantine rules are at the minute, and I don't know a few other bits and pieces, so I wouldn't expect them to, but again, stranger things have happened. That's all the incomings, Craig. Yes, from what I've been told anyway, yes. We've signed that young goalkeeper as well, the young Northern Irish international. Luke said, love you, Craig, love you too, buddy. I love all you guys in the chat, you know that. You guys make me smile all the time, and nothing makes me happier than being on here chatting with you folks about football or anything, to be honest. I love doing it. Again though, please keep hitting that subscribe button if you are new to the stream. Let's see if we can make that number move a little bit closer to 70k. We need all your help to do it. Share the stream link. Let people know about us. If you're looking to follow us on any other social media accounts, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, it's all just at Anfield Agenda. Just search Anfield Agenda and you'll find us on there. Again, we have a second channel that you guys may or may not know about. That channel is called Mundo Sporto. Mundo Sporto is where we do non-Liverpool watch-alongs. As much as I'm so proud to be sponsored by Boyle Sports over here, and I wouldn't change them for the world. I love the folks at Boyle. I love working with them. Over on Mundo Sporto, we have agreed another little deal with One Football to do the next two Manchester United watch-alongs over there. So One Football will be sponsoring those videos over on Mundo Sporto. I'm going to be doing the Manchester United games against Southampton and then against Everton at the weekend. Lee Chappie will be doing some stuff on there. Jack Gill will be doing some more stuff on Mundo Sporto. Dave as a party, Corey the Wolves fan, Corey the West Ham fan, Claude and the Bansters guys, lots of stuff coming up on Mundo Sporto. We'll be covering the Premier League darts over there as well. So if you haven't heard about our second channel or you haven't yet subscribed to it, please do take a second to do so. But for all you Liverpool fans, we'll be moving on with Boyle Sports, a better partner we could not ask for. Again, we have another €50 charity bet coming up for the game against Brighton on Wednesday. I'm just waiting for Ian to send me on his choice for charity bet. We're 130 quid better off so far with regards to our charity bets. That money and any other money raised from these charity bets will be going to PA The House, which is a suicide prevention charity here in Ireland, and that wouldn't be possible without our amazing sponsors, Boyle Sports. So if you haven't signed up to Boyle yet and you are thinking of having a little flutter on the football, please do give Boyle Sports a look. There's a sign up link in the description. As always, we urge you guys, and Boyle do as well, to please gamble responsibly. If you do sign up to Boyle Sports, when you place your first tenner bet, you will receive at least one free tenner bet from Boyle Sports as well. And all those offers are open to UK and Irish residents age 18 plus. And again, I can't tell you how much of a great company they've been for us to work with. They just let us do our thing. They don't poke their noses in. They just say, Craig, Connor, do your thing. We just want to be part of the journey. And again, to Leon, to Emer, to all the team over at Boyle, to Eamon, thank you so much for your support. It's allowed us to push on. We've a deal with Boyle that runs to the end of this season. We'll probably talk to them about next season as well. And look, it could allow us to become full-time at this and give you guys even more content. So again, thank you. I don't know what else to say. What's happening with Jack, mate? 4 o'clock, 4:30 tomorrow. He's having a day from hell today. We were supposed to record today, and he messaged me saying, look, Craig, I'm having a day from hell, buddy. Any chance we can move it to tomorrow? And of course, it's not a time-sensitive thing at all. More than happy to do that. So I'll be recording with Jack, mate, tomorrow. That'll be coming out as a video and as a podcast. So yes, Anfield Agenda also now have a podcast available on iTunes, Acast, Spotify. It's usually, the podcasts are usually going to be myself, Steve Bland and Jack Gill, and any other interviews we get as well. I'm going to be chatting with the legend that is Graham Hunter this week as well. I'm just waiting for a message from Graham to confirm that he's okay for Thursday. That'll be going out as a podcast, and it'll be going out on our YouTube channel as well. If you don't listen to the big interview podcast with Graham Hunter, you're missing out. He recently did a fantastic two-parter with Pep Linders, where Pep Linders spoke about his career as a coach coming through. He spoke about his time at Porto. He spoke about what it was like working with Jurgen Klopp. Graham Hunter is the man that inspired me to start making football content. I love the guy. Met him last year in London. Proud to now be able to call him a friend. And I cannot wait to catch up with Graham Hunter for a chat. And again, podcast and video. Graham's YouTube channel as well. They're really starting to put more of the big interview stuff over on there. So go and check out the YouTube channel. But look, we'll plug all this as the week goes on. It's good times, folks. It's good times. Will Ben Davies be dropped to the bench if Fabinho plays at centre back? These are questions, quite simply, mate, that I can't honestly answer because I don't know. I would be lying if I said I knew anything about Ben Davies before we start being linked with the guy. But from the bits of research I've done, from the reaction from Preston fans and from anybody who's worked with Ben Davies, they say that he's a top lad, always willing to learn. And look, let's just wait and see. But what this has given us, and has given more importantly Jurgen Klopp, is options that we haven't had. And it will also allow us to start moving the likes of Hendo back into midfield to play alongside Thiago. So it's just happy days, folks. It really is. Night and day between where we were 10 days ago, when we were in a slump. We couldn't score, we were losing games. United had moved 6 points ahead of us. Now we've managed to claw that back to 1 point. Obviously we've got a massive, what I'd like to call a 6-pointer coming up against City at the weekend, but we can't look past Brighton either. Brighton coming up on Wednesday. I'll be covering that here on the channel. Make sure that you come over for the watch along. Who's doing the team announcement show for that one? I think Jack Gill's doing the team announcement show for the Brighton game. So that's going to be, what time is that kick-off? I think it's an 8:15 kick-off. Let me just check that out. Yeah, it's an 8:15 p.m. kickoff. So Jack Gill will be doing the team announcement show from 6:45 to 7:15. No, excuse me, from 7 o'clock to 7:30. Then I'll be coming on at 7:45 to start the preview and the watch along, and then I'll be here with a post-match show as well. We'll also be doing phone-ins after the Brighton game. So Yilber and Yusuf were the first two that were supposed to be doing the call-ins ages ago before our system shit the bed. So as promised, Yusuf and Yilber will be coming on for our post-match phone-ins. If you want to be involved in the phone-ins, at the start what we're doing is keeping it to Anfield Agenda FC members, which is again why I've encouraged you guys to make sure that you do, instead of sending a super chat, get yourself a month's membership. It's $4.99. That gets you access to our Discord group. It gets you a chance to pick the charity bet at one stage for Boyle as well. It gets you a chance to get into our phone-ins, and it gets you the Anfield Agenda logo beside your name, emojis, and lots of other stuff as well. I feel like I'm talking at 100 miles an hour. Time to open a can of Diet Coke, folks. I think I've earned one. Here's the most satisfying sound in the world. You love to hear it, don't you? Oh, something else arrived for me today as well. Let me just go off screen for 1 sec till I reach this. Maybe I'll get my wifey to do it. I don't know if you'll... Sabrina! Where's that t-shirt that arrived today? Sorry. It's something else. Again, you don't get this on other channels, shouting up to the wife. Wife, where is this? Everybody out there knows where I'm coming from. I don't even know where my socks are most of the time. Without my wife, I would be completely unorganised. How much is left in the window? 42 minutes, mate. 42 minutes. Was that it there? I can't get it. I'm not like, go, get your arms here, love. Thank you. Unless you want to show your face to the camera, Gadoot. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this arrived for me today as well, and I want to give a massive shout out. I am a proud ambassador for this company, so bear with me for 1 second.
And your box of 75 scrunchies for your hair.
Yeah, that's not for me, love. This arrived for me today. New Hemp CBD, newhemp.co.uk. You've heard me talking about them before. I'm a proud ambassador for New Hemp because CBD has massively improved my life. That t-shirt arrived for me today. I take CBD every single day, as does my wife. If you're ever thinking of trying it, as I say, I am an ambassador for the company. I do it completely free because the product has changed me. It's really helped me out. There is a link in the description of our stream. newhemp.co.uk, spelled NUHEMP.co.uk. If you put in the code WFM20, you will get 20% off any full price product on newhemp.co.uk. Again, don't get paid a penny for this. I don't make any money from that 20% off. I wanted you guys to get the discount, and I wanted other people to benefit from what is a wonderful product run by a wonderful family in London in the UK. They're fantastic customer service as well. And if you've ever thought of giving it a try, New Hemp's the way to go, I promise you. Sexy t-shirt, thank you. Yeah, they just sent it over to me as, again, just a little thank you for being an ambassador with them. And again, I really appreciate it. And anything that's black works well with me. I have, what's this? Not your scrunchies. Yeah, no, they're not for me. A box of 75 scrunchies did arrive today, but that was something my wife and daughter ordered for themselves, obviously. Andrew Mooney said, new hemp and 2 new CBs. Great stuff. Love it, mate. Well played. Craig, I don't like OIG. I don't know what OIG is. What about the THC? It's completely legal. There is very, very minimal THC, if any THC in the products. There are no psychotropic or psychedelic effects of them. All these products are completely legal, of course. Any questions that you have, New Hemp are happy to answer them. Go to the website, full information's there as well. These aren't products that get you high or anything like that. I take it for anxiety and I take it for inflammation, and it's worked really well for me, and the feedback from others that have used it has been fantastic as well. It's CBD, exactly, not THC. It's CBD. It's a completely different thing. THC is the thing that gets you high from cannabis. THC has been removed from this. It's a completely legal product. Do you feel stoned on CBD? Not at all, mate. No, Jesus, no. Not at all. There's no effects from it whatsoever. It's just like taking any other supplement, like a fish oil or anything like that. Think of it as a supplement. That's what I do. I'm thrilled trying to find out when the K Gordon, thing deal, James, and I'm yet to see anything. Who's this arriving in? So she's looking at Sky here and just seeing people arriving in left, right and centre. Check the Discord group, said Adam. No problem, buddy. Will do. 1 second. Okay, again. I don't know. What's your name in the Discord group, mate? That will probably help me out a little bit. Oh, okay. This makes sense. Joe Matip has confirmed to miss the rest of the season. So this is why the two centre-backs were brought in. Joe Matip is out for the remainder of the season. Jurgen Klopp has confirmed Joe Matip is set to miss the remainder of the 2020-2021 season due to an ankle ligament injury. The defender sustained the issue in a challenge to thwart Tottenham Hotspur's Son Heung-min during the first half of Liverpool's 3-1 win at London last Thursday. Further diagnosis of the problem has revealed Matip will be unable to play any further part in the Reds campaign. So there you go. All three of our first choice centre backs ruled out for pretty much the remainder of the season, although we may get Van Dijk and Gomez back at some point. Now you can see why the club acted to bring in not just one but two centre backs. Thank you to everyone for giving me a heads up on that one as well. Prospect said, will you make your children play for Liverpool? Well, they've both been made to support Liverpool, mate. I can promise you that. But if they ever play for the club or not, I don't know. But yeah, again, you see me speak earlier on about the reasoning. I think we will sell Joe Matip in the summer. And that's why. You just can't get a run of games out of the guy. It's unfortunate because he's a quality player. Seems like a nice dude as well. But of course we wish him a speedy recovery. It's never great for a player to get an injury. But we do have confirmation there from the club now that he is out for the rest of the season. So it's going to be probably Fabinho and Kabak, or Fabinho and, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what Jurgen Klopp decides to go with. Why kick a moo cow? That's a great name. Said, thank you for the super chat, mate. Said, I reckon that's the last time we'll see Matip in a Liverpool shirt. You could be right, mate. You could be right. Again, only time will tell on that one. Where are we at? Moving again close, folks, to the subscriber count. Again, if you are enjoying the stream, please do keep hitting that subscribe button. I really want to try and get us towards 70k as soon as we can. We are, what are we now? 1,250 subscribers away. Let's see if we can even get us to 68.8 on this one. Minamino news, we're just waiting for confirmation on that one. Southampton have made an 11th hour, for want of a better term, bid to try and get him on loan. Loan deals are usually a bit easier to get over the line. So let's wait and see. As soon as we get confirmation on that deal happening, we'll let you know. But it looks like it's going to go through. We've had David Ornstein, Fabrizio Romano both say that the deal looks likely at this point. Takumi and Reece should go out on loan. Only time will tell. Exactly. Is an Asia song, is it? The only Asia song I know is The Heat of the Moment. Heat of the Moment. I always play that song actually when I'm in the shower. Don't know why. If Schalke get relegated, I don't think Kabak will want to play in second tier German football. No, I think, look, if Liverpool don't sign Kabak in the summer, somebody else will. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I've already said AC Milan were looking at him as a potential centre-back option. They couldn't get the numbers right when they were trying to get the deal done. But, it's in Liverpool's hands now. If Ozan Kabak comes in, again, he will be wearing the number 19 shirt at Liverpool, 1-9. If he comes in and hits the ground running, has a good spell, then Liverpool know how much it'll cost to make that deal permanent in the summer. Better chance of winning the league now, said Hani Mahmood. Mahmood, buddy. Yeah, look, again, this week is going to play a massive part. Huge game on Wednesday and an even bigger game on Sunday. And if we can come out of this with 6 points from 6, it'll put us right back into the title race. Which is where we should be, which is where we want to be. So, we had our wobble. United are going through a wobble now. City had a wobble at the start, but they're putting together a good run of results. So, it's going to be difficult, but I've always had my eyes firmly focused on one thing this season, and regular viewers of the channel will know, and that has been the Champions League. I want Liverpool to go and lift number 7, and that's been my aim all season. That's been the first trophy I want Liverpool to win. There's no apparently, mate. Matip is absolutely out for the season. It's been confirmed. The club have put out a statement. Matip has ankle ligament damage, which will rule him out for the rest of the season. Jack Butcher, thank you for the super chat, my friend. Really appreciate it. Said, what do you think will happen with Phillips, Davies and Kabak when we have Gomez and Van Dijk back to full fitness? Phillips is going to go. Nat Phillips is going to go at the end of the season. He was supposed to go in the summer, but we couldn't get the right move for him, so he will go at the end of the season. What happens with Kabac depends on how Kabac performs between now and the end of the season. And look, Ben Davies is in a perfect position to prove to Klopp that keep him around. Again, if he's a fourth choice centre back, so be it. It's good times. It really is. We were sitting here the other day saying how criminal it will be if we don't get a centre back in. None of us knew at that moment in time how serious the damage to Matip was. Obviously, the club knew, and they've acted and they've brought in two replacements. Sorry, I've just got to send one quick message here. Imagine if we sold Nat. Oh, we will. He'll be gone in the summer, mate. There's no surer thing than that. But that's okay. He's done a very good job when he's come in, and again, Nat Phillips has probably increased the calibre of club that will come looking for him by those performances. So rather than maybe trying to look at it as a negative, think about it in a positive in that way, and that he may get himself a better move now and show him what he's done at Liverpool. Why not Origi? What's happening with him? So, for those wondering why Divock Origi is here and Minamino was going out on loan, oddly, the answer is probably because Minamino has more of a chance of a future at Liverpool, because this loan to Southampton, when it's confirmed, will give him a chance to play under Ralph Hasenhüttl, similar style of football in the Premier League, and Klopp will be able to get reports on him, obviously, and see how he gets on. Origi is just going to be a body until we can get rid of him. He was available in the summer. Nobody paid what we wanted to get from him. There was talk he may move on in January. Wolves were interested, but then they pulled back on their interest. And Divock Origi is going to be a bench warmer, I would imagine, as soon as Diogo Jota comes back for the remainder of the season. And then I'm absolutely convinced that he'll move on in the summer. West Brom have agreed a deal to sign Ainsley Maitland-Niles on loan from Arsenal as well. Again, I'm just looking at a few other things. Another Tottenham defender, Tanganga, is staying at the club after interest from Southampton and Celtic. Why would you like us to prioritise the Champions League and not the league? I'm just somebody who's always loved the European Cup, mate. And this season, the final being back in Istanbul again, it almost would be poetic if we were to be there. And look, last season I wanted the Premier League more than anything because we had to end that title drought. And there's nothing saying I don't. Of course, I want us to win it again this year, but I'm always honest. My priority is the Champions League. I want Liverpool to keep winning European Cups because that's how football clubs are measured around the world. That's the top level of football. Club football in the world, and the more Champions Leagues the better as far as I'm concerned. But look, of course I want us to win the Premier League as well. Craig, can we still get David Carmot? No more deals coming in, mate. There was two other centre backs that we looked at, one from Marseille, one from Braga, and neither of them worked out for varying reasons. But we've got the deals that we've got, and let's be happy with them. We've now got Nat Phillips, we've got Jordan Henderson as an option, we've got Fabinho as an option, we've got obviously Ozan Kabak as an option, Ben Davies as an option, Reece Williams as an option. So again, at least it might allow Hendo to move into midfield again, which we badly miss him in there. Kaleta Carr was the Marseille centre back. Thank you, Joshua. Apparently the one from Marseille really wanted to come. Feel bad for him. Look, let's be fair, and thank you for that, Rachel, most people would want to come to Liverpool if they have an option. I mean, you just have to look at Ben Davies and you can see the man smiling from ear to ear over that transfer. A week ago we probably thought there was no chance of this, and now here he is, a Liverpool player. And there's stories like that you love to see. Michael Edwards masterclass. Did you see there was a tweet went out earlier on from KFC, and it was an absolute thing of beauty. I touched on it earlier on, but I'm going to read it out to you guys here now because it really made me smile. So Paul Joyce tweeted, Liverpool have an £18 million option to make Ozan Kabak's loan deal permanent when the transfer window is finalised. They'll pay Schalke an initial loan fee. But then KFC from the UK and Ireland quote tweeted that by saying, Michael Edwards could walk into KFC for a snack box but end up walking out with the secret recipe, 2 of our fryers and the shirt off my back. Absolutely brilliant stuff from KFC. You love to see it. And he probably would as well, you know. A scenes now if Michael Edwards does pull up at or order a KFC or something like that. Kabak's very good in the air. Yes, I've heard that, mate. Even though at 6'1" he'd be on the lower side for a centre back, he does apparently have a great aerial presence, and he is called the Turkish Wall. Somebody else said Cade Gordon apparently coming in tomorrow. Do you think Kabak will sign permanently when the new season or when the season ends? That will phase, mate. That will entirely depend on his performances. That will depend on how quickly he settles, how good he trains, and how well the manager judges his performances. So it's going to be entirely down to Ozan Kabak there to prove that he's worth Liverpool signing permanently. What do I think of Messi's contract being leaked? Haven't seen the contract, to be honest, so I can't really speak about it. What I can say and what I do know is what I've said before. Barcelona are in a huge financial mess. I've told you guys that Victor Font will most likely win the election there. Those elections have been confirmed for soon. Actually, they were January, but they were pushed into February. And look, Barcelona are in trouble. They owe 1.1 billion. They're very close to being in serious financial meltdown, and you know, same with Madrid. They're in a lot of trouble financially as well. And look, I can't comment on Messi's contract because I don't know it. I haven't seen it. I would imagine he gets huge money, and rightly so. I mean, the greatest player of our generation should be on huge money, to be fair. Who do you think Diego Costa potentially going to, or what do I think of Diego Costa potentially going to West Ham? I don't really think much about it, mate, to be honest with you. Diego Costa wouldn't be somebody who I'm a fan of, put it that way. Mohammed said, I don't know why we don't do more loan moves. They're useful. They're a double-edged sword at times, buddy, for a few reasons. Let's say you bring in a loan player and that player does really well. If you don't have an option to buy or an obligation to buy there, then you're going to have a load of clubs coming around sniffing for the player. And if you do get a player on loan and sign it permanently, it feels like you're paying for somebody who you've already gotten used to being in your squad, if that makes any sense. So, Klopp likes commitment, and Klopp likes to let players know that he has plans for them, and he doesn't think short term. So it's very rare we do loans under Jurgen Klopp. I mean, outside of obviously the Stephen Cocker deal, this is the first one that I can remember. For those asking, do I think Kabac or Davies will play against City? I don't know. I don't know what the registration deadline is for that game, and I don't know, but from Kabak's point of view, what the potential quarantine rules or whatever may be. And yep, for those again that aren't aware, it has been confirmed by the football club that Joel Matip will miss the remainder of the season with ankle ligament damage. And again, just to confirm, Ben Davies will wear number 28. Is that right? Let me just pull up the image here again for those that haven't seen it. Yes, Ben Davies will wear number 28 at Liverpool Football Club, and Ozan Kabak will wear number 19. Both deals obviously confirmed by the club. These are the images that we have of Ben Davies, as you can see, absolutely over the moon there to be not just wearing the Liverpool kit, holding it up and signing his deal, but just to be at the Premier League champions. So we wish him all the best as well. Again, my phone here lighting up like Christmas trees. Sorry, I'm giving people one-word answers now. What's this gentleman's name? Krish? Is that how it's supposed to be pronounced? Love your content and glad you're still here. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate that. Yeah, look, last week the last couple of weeks have been some of the toughest of my adult life. Yeah, look, you know the story. I don't need to go back over it. Nearly quit because of financial issues around whether to invest 3,500 that we hadn't got into a computer. We put it on the credit card. We said, fuck it, we'll run the risk. And I've got a load of lovely, kind messages and well wishes from not just Liverpool fans, United fans, fans of other clubs as well. And I thank everybody else for believing in me. I thank my family and my kids for believing in me, because, you know, they said, do it. We believe in you, do it. Buy the new computer, no problem, we believe in you. And I just hope I can live up to those expectations and deliver for everybody. But again, I can't thank you guys enough for your support. I was enjoying watching you on Matt Hayes' stream earlier on. Thank you, buddy. I'm going to have Matt on our channel as well. Matt's going to become our Spurs correspondent moving forward. You'll probably see him over in Mundo Sporto a little bit as well. And if you are new, there is a subscription link on into the chat there. Please do hit that subscribe button, folks. Honestly, we are on the road to 100k. And if we keep going, you never know. We could even do it before the end of the season. It's a big ask, but... you know, I didn't think we'd ever be in this position anyway to be even near these numbers. So, again, 70 is the next big target, but please do keep hitting that subscribe button, because it really does help us out. Let people know about the channel, but most importantly, keep your opinions coming in. Is there an option to buy in the Minamino deal? No, not that I'm aware of, mate. It's a straight loan deal from what I've been told. Do I go to Ireland games? Sometimes we get press passes, mate, for the Ireland games. And to go to some of them. I was at the Switzerland game. I'm just not a massive fan of international football, to be honest with you. Weenie Boy said you'll be tickety boo fine, mate. You see, yeah, I don't believe in my own ability. Other people seem to have a greater belief in myself than I do, but all I can say is I enjoy doing this, and I enjoy chatting with people, and it makes me happy. And if it makes me happy, that's all I can ask for. If something comes of it, if it becomes a job, great. If it doesn't, so what? It is, all I can do is put myself out there and try. Do I know how long Fabinho's out for? They're hoping that he's going to be back for the Manchester City game, Oscar, at the weekend, mate. Do you reckon we could get Mbappe in the summer? I want to believe, Ryan. I want to believe so badly, mate. I really, really do. It's the wages thing. I think we could figure out the transfer fee. I just don't know how we could cover his in excess of 20 million a year wages. Kabac has been announced, for those that aren't aware. The club have already announced it. Have a look. It's on their... yeah, it's announced. Ozan Kabak is signed up, done and dusted. Well, I told you guys at 7:30 he was done and dusted, but, you know, apparently you don't believe little old me. But yeah, it's done. The club have announced it. Wearing the number 19 shirt. Is this my job? No, mate, it isn't my job. Craig, you're a hero in my eyes and always will be. For those that aren't aware, I'm on disability because I don't leave the house. I suffer with generalised anxiety disorder. I have Asperger's, and a couple of other bits and pieces that, you know, is a little bit personal and I won't go into. We're also carers for our autistic son. So no, this isn't my job because I live off benefits. That's all the income that I had in life. So, that's why I just take every day as it comes, and I don't give a shit about money. I don't care. It just doesn't motivate me. Just taking chances in life, and, you know, if I can improve my family's life down the line, if I can push back from where I was in a very low place at one point in my life, filled with anger and negativity and hate, to get to where I am now, I'm proud of that, and I'm proud of myself for putting myself out there. But you know, there's very few people make a living from YouTube. People assume when you hit 60, 70, 80, 100,000 subs, you're going full time, you're making a living. It all depends on various things like sponsorship, merchandise, other things. And I'm not somebody that cares about trying to ram shit down people's throat or flog t-shirts or, you know, do what spam betting links. That stuff doesn't interest me. All I've always wanted to do was to have a community where people feel like they can come in, share their opinions without being vilified or judged, feel safe and have a bit of fun. And that that came after that was a bonus. I only ever wanted this to be fun. And the day it stops being fun will be the day I stop doing it, whether it's a job or not. What have we got? 20 minutes to go. Yep, 20 minutes till the window closes. Again, I won't be live on Anfield Agenda tomorrow, folks. I will be over in Mundo Sport doing a watch-along of United's game with Southampton. We will have the preview video coming out tomorrow with the predicted 11 and score predictions for the Brighton game. I should be chatting with Jack Mate tomorrow. That'll be a recorded thing as well. I'm recording the Anfield Agenda podcast with Steve Bland and Jack Gill tomorrow as well. So keep an eye out for that on Wednesday on iTunes, Spotify, Acast, or wherever you get your podcasts. Love your work as a United fan. Keep up the good work, bro. Thank you, pal. I really appreciate it. Although, again, I say it over and over again, and people probably think I'm talking out my arse. I do not know why the fuck anybody watches what I do or say, but I'm infinitely grateful that people do. Who is Jack, mate? He's it's hard to sum him up in a sentence. Let's put it this way. He's got the Jack Mate's Happy Hour podcast, which is the third or fourth biggest podcast in the UK. Signed an official exclusive deal with Spotify. Also has his own YouTube channel. Also does lots of great comedy stuff as well. West Ham fan, works at West Ham TV as well. He's just an all-around great guy and an inspiration. And always someone who's willing to jump on and do stuff with smaller YouTubers like myself as well. So, again, I can't thank Jack enough for giving up his time. What have we got? Craig, don't play Origi on Wednesday. Hey, look, Paul, you know, if I had the chance, mate, I wouldn't be playing him. I'd rather Shaqiri get the nod. It's always fun to tune into the streams. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. And look, that does me fine. If people have a bit of fun, if I make people smile, even if they're laughing at me instead of with me, I'm okay with that. We all need to smile and we all need to release at times, and nothing wrong with having a bit of fun. I know I can't sing for shit, but I don't care. I'm still going to sing and have fun and watch alongs when I'm doing them. What have we got? Cormac Slattery said, good evening. Good evening to you, Cormac. Krish said, Anfield Agenda, I changed my name. I was the one who said this. Anfield Agenda, love your content. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. When's Mane back? Honest answer, I don't know, but I would suggest that we won't take any chances. If there's any doubt, they'll hold off. So I'll be amazed if we see him in the squad tomorrow, but we'll wait and see what happens. Galatasaray have signed DeAndre Yedlin from Newcastle. That's one that's gone through. Fulham striker Abubakar Kamara signed for Dijon for the rest of the season. DC Plays said Craig's better than all other fan channels. I know I haven't. There's some great fan channels out there. But look, just the fact that people think highly of us is more than enough. And look, again, when you talk about me, it's important to remember there's another half of this channel, Connor Crosby, and he gets the tough end of the stick. He does all the hard work. He does all the design. He schedules all the stream, does all the tech stuff. And Anfield Agenda wouldn't exist without Connor. So I always feel like I need to point that out to people, because some people don't ever see Connor, or maybe new people won't know who he is, but he is the other half of our channel, and without him none of this would be possible. Liverpool aren't that good. Yeah, I know, mate. They just hand out Premier League titles. They just hand out Champions Leagues, World Club Cups. And, you know, to get the title of being the most successful club in English football history, you're right, mate. We're not that good. We're fucking massive. Woo! Had to sneak a little Ric Flair in. Had to get one in. Craig, would you take Josh King? No. And wasn't he supposed to be going somewhere else, by the way? Inter Milan have confirmed that Eriksen won't be leaving the club on loan either. Crosby is a go. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. He is. The young man's just 22 years of age and he's been learning on the go. Just got his degree from college this year as well. I couldn't be prouder of Connor. Honestly, it's been a pleasure to be on this journey with that young man, and I think hopefully we'll have a bright future as things go on. What's this? Craig, you're a real nice guy, not robotic like most others. Look, each people do their own streams in their own unique way. I came into YouTube having never really watched much football YouTube stuff. So when I did my first stream, I did what came natural to me, and that was reply to comments. Because I can't do what like Mark could do. Mark Olbridge could go on, talk for 30 minutes, do a really good piece, I can't do that. I need to have interaction. I need to feed off other people, and I don't have that particular set of skills that Mark would have, nor would I have the set of skills to be professional like the Anfield Rat maybe, or Redmen. And I just know that I like chatting with people, and I like interacting, and I love a wind up, and I love having a bit of fun, and that's all. I don't believe I have any particular skills that make me different to anybody else. Who would you bring in to replace Wijnaldum? There's talk of the guy from Udinese, Rodrigo da Silva, but again, we'll have to wait and see what the summer brings, buddy. Craig, you should come down to Tyrone some spot. I think I've been to Tyrone, but it would be a long, long time ago. Usually, if I head up north, we go to Belfast. It's it's a place myself and my wife absolutely love going. Oh, on that front, for the first time in 14 years, and it's a long way away, but next January we've already booked it. Myself and my wife are going to go to Lanzarote for a week on our own. We haven't had a holiday on our own without the kids in 14 years, so I'm very much looking forward to that one as well. So yeah, yay. Have I ever been to Scotland? Nope. And I don't think I ever will be either, mate. Far too cold for my liking. I mean, when I go away, I usually try to go somewhere warm. Is Taki confirmed? Not as of yet. I'm still keeping an eye out. I'm still waiting. And if it goes a little bit past 11, then I'll stay on a little bit past 11. Do I like Buckfast? I don't drink, mate. I keep saying I don't drink. It's not that I don't drink. I'm just not a big drinker. I drink like probably once every 2 years. I do drink a load of this stuff though. Diet Coke. And of course, you know what the best Kyo's crisps are. You know what the best crisps are as well, don't you? Kyo's, folks. Kyo sent me a box of crisps the other day. You gotta love it. And they do sell, by the way, if you want to buy Kyo's direct, go to kyos.ie. They sell them from their farm shop now, so you can order Kyo's to be delivered to your house. So there you go, kyos.ie. Arizona is warm. Oh, I know, Dara. I'm very much looking forward to heading over to Arizona. Myself, Connor, perhaps even Ian Brewster, perhaps even Leon from Boyle. We're going to be heading over to do 2, maybe 3 little live meet and greets over in Arizona and Southern California. It's looking like probably the second to third week in October. Boyle Sports do the Grand Slam of Darts here in Dublin, so I may be doing some bits and pieces with them around that. As soon as that's over though, we're probably heading straight over there to the US of A to visit Dara Azizi, Chris Legit, and anybody else that can make it to that neck of the woods. We're hoping to be doing live shows in Phoenix, maybe Southern California as well. And I wanted a little trip to Vegas while I'm over there as well, for work reasons. Baba's from Arizona. There you go. Then I hope to see you as well, mate, if we go over. Have I watched Kabak or Davies? Davies, no. Hand on heart, I haven't. Kabak, yes. I have watched a little bit of since we've been linked to him a while back. Full of snakes and scorpions. That's alright, mate. That's alright. I don't mind them. I just, yeah. So, do you want to let you know a little secret? Well, I let you guys in on a little secret. Who wants a little secret? You know the way I've always spoken about wanting to move to somewhere warm because it helps my mental health, and the sun rays make me feel like a different person, and it also helps with the inflammatory issues I have and some stuff as well. I always thought that we'd potentially move to America to live as a family, but for various reasons, that's not going to be possible. We flirted with the idea of maybe moving over to the UK and running Anfield Agenda from there, but speaking with Connor, and we want to see how this builds over the next 6 to 9 months or so, but we're considering running Anfield Agenda and moving lock, stock and 2 smoking barrels to Dubai to maybe run the channel from there. So yeah, which, I think 3 hour time difference, which makes it very feasible for doing everything we need to do. But I just need a warm climate. It really just helps me from an emotional perspective to live somewhere warm. Mutts, Jesus, wow. Not sorry for swearing, but that is a whole big super chat, buddy. Hey Craig, you're doing a great job and I'd love to watch a match with you someday. Much love to you and your family. Here's a little something towards the laptop. Thank you, buddy. I keep saying laptop as well, but it isn't. It's an iMac. But thank you, man. That's so generous of you, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, Dubai. That's where we're thinking of. Obviously a load of expats over there. Great Liverpool community as well. A lot of great tech startups over there, and just I think it would give us some great options. And yeah, again, schooling for my young lad and stuff like that wouldn't be a problem. So that could be the plan. That could be the plan long term. But again, whatever happens, wherever we end up, Anfield agenda will be going. Joshua King is signed for Everton. That one has been done, has it? Yeah, there was talk of that earlier on. Mutz, you're an absolute legend, by the way, mate. Thank you. And again, Kate, look, nothing is in stone about Dubai, but it's definitely the front runner at this moment in time for a few reasons. One, it's not as far away as the States or Australia would be. Two, it's an emerging place where I think we could get all the facilities that we need studio-wise and things like that as well. You'd lose your accent, no? Do you know what? I would. I don't know if you know this, but often people who have autism, and Asperger's is on the autism spectrum, mimic language a bit. So, for instance, my young lad speaks with a little bit of an American twang to his voice, but that's because of mimicking language he's heard from the TV. So, let's say, for instance, I went up to the Northern Ireland for a weekend, and I was surrounded by, let's say, locals from Belfast or whatever. I guarantee you by the end of that weekend, I'd start picking up a twang of an Northern Irish accent. So, yeah, my accent could well disappear for sure. I love you too, Manjo. Thank you. Liverpool signed defender Kabak. That's done. Again, we're just checking out all the stuff here on... I'm just checking out to make sure if we have confirmation. Still nothing official that I've seen as of yet on Minamino. 1 second though. We will again keep you up to date. I'm checking latest. Some people are saying it's happened. I think they're just guessing though. I've yet to see an actual journalist come out with it. Actually, no. Ian Doyle said, looks like Takumi Minamino was on his way to Southampton with a deal sheet having been submitted for his loan move. So there you go. It looks like that one is happening. Ian Doyle has confirmed that the deal sheet has been submitted. And what happens, remember earlier on I spoke about getting an extension. If you put a deal sheet into the Premier League, that can often buy you extra time to get the deal done. So it looks like that will be happening. Takumi Minamino will be spending the rest of the season on loan at Southampton. Any news on Mustafi? Has he joined Schalke? Well, yes, they wouldn't have allowed Kabac to go, mate, unless that deal was in place and ready to go. And again, for those that are coming in a little bit late, just to recap, Joe Matip has been ruled out for the rest of the season with ankle ligaments. And, you ask, will we ever see him in a Liverpool shirt again? I would guess no. I would honestly guess no with the injury record. Not because of the quality of his play, because there's no denying that. Weenie Boy Little said, this is a great stream. Thank you all LFC peeps. No need to thank us all, man. Thank you for being part of our community. Josh Crouch said, Matip injury is upsetting and Kabac is injury prone, but there's a reason we signed Davies. He's the backup. Who are you most looking forward to, Ozan or Ben? Honestly, mate, either or. They're both Liverpool players now for the time being. Let's get behind them and show them all our support. Adam said, love your stream. Thank you, buddy. It really means a lot. It really, really does. And same to Ashley, thank you, mate. The links to Mustafi worried me, not going to lie. I never thought there was that into that, Gar. And here's why. One of the facets needed to play in Liverpool's defensive line is speed. And Mustafi is ridiculously slow. So I never thought there was any genuine legs to that. Even though it was rumoured quite a bit, I never believed for a second that he was going to join Liverpool. Is a Area Shah said, United fan, love your streams, but I do hate your club. That's alright, man. As I say, nothing wrong with hating each other's clubs, but we're all individuals and we're all people, and a lot of United fans have shown me a lot of love and been very supportive, mate, when I was down over the past few weeks, and I'll never forget that. I said it on the stream, I went on record to say it. Manchester United fans, whether they hate my club or not, they showed me tremendous support, as of course do all you guys over the last few weeks, and I'll never forget that. Never forget it. Right, my wife's got the heating on. I swear to God I'm pissing sweat here. I swear she thinks this is a sauna or something. Is Kabak fast? Ish. Well, he's not lightning fast, but ish. Just joined in. What's wrong with Taki? Nothing's wrong. He's gone to Southampton on loan for the rest of the season, Grace. The onus probably being to make sure that he gets minutes. Again, you look at the style of system that Ralph Hasenhüttl and Southampton play, very similar to ours. A high press, a high work rate. And this will give Jurgen Klopp to keep an eye on Takumi Minamino and see how he performs in the Premier League and then make that decision. Liverpool news came in from Fabrizio on Minamino. Again, I've touched on it. The deal sheet's been submitted for Minamino, which will buy them a little bit of extra time to get the deal done with the Premier League. Once you submit the deal sheet, that means that you're working on it, and the Premier League will grant you that little extension to get the paperwork finalised. When's the next match? Wednesday against Brighton, buddy. It's an 8:15 p.m. kickoff. Jack Gill will be live with the team announcement show at 7 to 7:30. I'll come on then at 7:45 to do the watch along, and we'll have our post-match show and phone in on Wednesday as well. If anybody wants to join me tomorrow, I'll be over on Mundo Sporto, our second channel. There is a link in the description if you haven't already subscribed to that. I'll be doing a watch along over there of Manchester United's game against Southampton. Am I leaving Ireland? Yeah, I've always planned to leave Ireland, mate. But not anytime soon. I mean, I'm not in a position where I can leave now. I'm not in a financial position. I need to... Well, I'll leave Ireland if this ever becomes a full-time job for me. If it does, then I will move. Until then, I'll be right here. Good stream. Keep up the good work. Thank you, buddy. Kieran John Messi, thank you for the super chat. Would you take Ivan Toney at Liverpool? No. Probably no. Sorry, I wish I could give you a longer answer. Craig, don't leave, please. I'm upset, but I wish you the best of luck. If I leave Ireland, buddy, it won't make any difference to the channel. The channel's going to go ahead forever, hopefully. And look, don't forget, I've already turned down the opportunity to go and work full-time in the media industry. I turned that down a few months back when I had the opportunity. Because I didn't feel it was the right move, and because I would have had to have given up Anfield Agenda to do it. And there's no way that I'm giving up something that myself and Connor have spent almost 3 years daily, 12, 13 hours a day putting into the channel. There's no way I was willing to give up the channel. So no matter what happens, wherever I move in the world, if I move anywhere, Anfield Agenda ain't going anywhere. You can guarantee that, nor Mundo Sporto. Keane said, you've saved me... my mental health. You guys have saved me as well. Again, no need to ever thank me for that, pal. We're a community on here. I've said it from day one. We help out each other. We win together. We lose together. We shout at each other. We get pissed off together. But most importantly, we're all here for each other. Transfer window has now officially slammed shut, ladies and gentlemen. No more deals looking like they're going to happen. The only one that we'll be waiting on, of course, is that deal sheet that's been submitted by Liverpool by Brighton, or not by Brighton, excuse me, Southampton and Liverpool for the Takumi Minamino loan. Who signed Daryl Dyke on loan from Orlando City with an option to buy? I didn't see who that was at the end. Dara Azizi said, I can protect you from the snakes and scorpions, but not Vegas, buddy. I don't want to go to Vegas to gamble, Dara. I just want to see Vegas. Actually, ideally, I'd want to go and see a boxing fight there, to be honest with you. where did you come up with the name Mundo Sporto? Right, so about 18 months ago, maybe a bit longer, Connor and I wanted to prove how easy it was to start a bullshit transfer rumour and for it to get traction and go around. So we created a fictional Twitter account called Manuel Labor basically, but we gave it a Spanish twist, called him Manuel Labor. But Manuel Labor, in order to sound like a credible journalist, needed to have a media company. So we came up with the name Mundo Sporto. So the one that we went with was that Gini Wijnaldum was close to joining Leon. And it appeared all over the place. It appeared on a Twitter account with over 1 million followers. It was picked up by a few media outlets. And it was just our way of showing how easy it is to spout bullshit and become an ITK. So then when we came time to start our second YouTube channel, originally the channel was called Crack On, which was half of my name, half of Connor's name compressed together. But then I said to Connor, why don't we just call it Mundo Sporto? We already used Mundo Sporto before. I love the name of it. Why not go Mundo Sporto? So that's why we came up with the name Mundo Sporto. This will become full-time, Craig, believe. Mate, it's hard for me to believe when I don't see why I deserve the support. I don't believe, like, I look at other people doing this and I can see the skill level. I can see the skill set that they have. I can see why they're popular. I can see that they have belief in themselves, and I can see why they succeeded. I don't look at me and see any of that. I feel like this has been a blag since day one and I don't deserve it. So that's why I don't have belief in it becoming a job someday. If it happens, it happens. If not, I've put myself out there and I've taken a chance. And if I would regret it more if I didn't take the chance. What do we got? We should get rid of Deadwood, like Matip, all our injury prone players out the door. I think we may see that happening over the summer a bit, buddy. Look, people saying, Craig, you're an inspiration. Jesus, I really amn't. I'm just a normal dude that wears his heart on his sleeve. I've shared my highs and lows with you guys on here because I believe it's very important for people to see that it's okay to have mental health issues. It's okay to be depressed. It's okay to have anxiety issues. It's okay to be wired differently than other people. We're all individuals, and none of the shit that you see nobody lives the perfect lifestyle that we see portrayed on Instagram and in other places. We all have our own fucked up things. All of our families are all fucked up in our own unique ways, and we all have our own problems. And I'm very, very passionate about making sure that people know that it's okay to struggle and it's okay to need and ask for help. I've been battling mental health issues since my two parents. My father drank himself to death and my mother committed suicide, and I've been battling mental health issues for 20 years or so now, and I'll battle them for the rest of my life, but I'll never be ashamed of them. I'll never pretend I don't have them, because I want the stigma to be removed from it. I want youngsters coming through or other people to know it's okay. If you had a broken arm, you'd go to the hospital and you'd want it to be fixed. Well, your mind is one of the most important things you'll ever have, and making sure that you maintain good mental health as well as possible and seek any help that you might need. It's hugely important, not just for you, but for those around you, for your own outlook and for your life. So, look, don't ever be afraid to ask for help. There's nothing wrong with it. We're all broken at times. We all need a little bit of help at times. Just put your hand up in the air and say, look, I'm struggling. Reach out to a friend. Reach out to a family member, your doctor, anybody. Talking about it is the first step. And just there's no stigma. There's nothing wrong with it. I suffer with mental health issues. And do you know what? I don't know. I don't think anyone's ever judged me for it. I really don't. So yeah, if you're like, suicide is the biggest killer of males under 30 in Ireland, and that's unforgivable. That shouldn't be happening. So if you're a youngster or an older person out there that during this pandemic has maybe felt things you've never felt before, that's okay. There are plenty of people out there that you can reach out to for support, and just don't be alone. Never ever feel like you're alone. Don't keep things bottled in. even when it looks like things are at their darkest, there's always positives to be had. There's always a brighter future ahead. Never give up on yourself, and don't let other people give up on you either. So look, I feel like that's a great place to end this one, ladies and gents, because I'm about to faint from the heat in this house because my wife thinks, I don't know, it's freezing or something, but I'm roasting. Thank you for sharing that from a red to another. You'll never walk alone. Thank you, Jorgen. Really appreciate it. And look, you know I love the shit out of each and every one of yous. Again, massive thank you to our sponsors, Boyle Sports. All I'll ever ask of you guys is to keep letting people know about our channel. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video. I want us to get to 100k so I can give Connor that YouTube Silver Play Button award, and so that he can show his father that he created this and has earned that for himself. Love each and every one of you. Stay healthy, stay safe, look after your families. Hope you can join me tomorrow for the watch along of Mundo Sporto. If not, I'll see you on Wednesday. 2 centre backs, ladies and gentlemen. Not just 1, 2. Well played, FSG. Well played, Jurgen Klopp. Thanks for joining me, folks. Lots of love.